and today we are learning about skeleton bones. Ella, do you know how many bones you have in your body?
Not even a clue.
206.
What?
I know, right? More than you thought?
Way more. I thought there was just like 10 bones, but there's way more than I thought.
Way more. All of our bones in our body make up what's called a skeleton. So we all have a skeleton inside of us with all 206 bones supporting up all of our muscles and our skin and everything like that. If we didn't have our skeleton, do you know what would happen to us?
We would just fall down and be a blob.
Should we see what's in our kit today?
Yes.
Okay.
In our kit today, we have 2 packages of clay, 3 pipe cleaners, and some straws.
That's perfect. On top of everything in your kit, you'll need some scissors to cut up your straw and your pipe cleaner, and you also might want to use a paper plate, although it's not necessary, some sort of plate so that you can move your sculpture around after you're done making it today. Once you have all that, let's get started.
Woohoo!
Ella, you've seen this guy around the house before, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got him when I was in art school, and it would help me figure out how to draw the human body because I could pose him in different ways. And then that gives me kind of like a skeleton. We call it an armature of what a human body looks like. Do you know what it's called when 2 bones meet up and there's a point where they can move?
Yes.
What?
It's called a joint.
A joint, that's right. An elbow. You're gonna say elbow, right?
Yeah.
But elbow is a kind of joint. That's right. The elbow, the knee. There's all these points in our body where two or more bones meet up and they allow our body to move. So today we're gonna make something similar to this guy right here, our armature. He's going to stand with the clay, that will be our support, and the straws and the pipe cleaner is how we're gonna build the person.
Ooh.
Okay, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna start with a piece of pipe cleaner and we're going to start at the head, okay? So we want a nice round head, but don't worry if you accidentally like squish it or something because you can always round it back out.
That's the thing about pipe cleaners.
That's right, it's very forgiving that way. So you wanna overlap a little bit, that way you can tie this with the wire and that completes your circle. Okay, now this part is going to be our neck right here, and we're going to cut out the arm. You might be tempted to make the arms really short like that, but let's consider our anatomy guy. Look how tall his head is, okay, and look how long his arms are. See that?
Wow.
Yeah.
He can put his arms above his head. We can too. That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's exactly right. Look at your head. It kind of comes to the top of your elbow right there. See how you can perfectly put your forearm over your head like that? That's like a good sign that your arm is the perfect length. Very good, Ella. So when we're making our skeleton here, we want to make sure that the top part of our arm is that long. That's gonna be our elbow. We want to make it even longer because imagine that's gonna be like our forearm going over our head. Plus our hand extends a little farther. So that's how long your arm is. I bet you guys did not realize that your arms were that long. Okay, now you're gonna twist it around, and our bodies are pretty symmetrical. Nobody's body is perfectly symmetrical, but all of our bodies are almost symmetrical. I'm gonna give it a nice twist. Make sure you have enough room for your neck. Okay, I'm going to measure out so it's the same length as this arm, and I'm gonna cut it right there.
Oh,
yeah.
His arms are long.
It looks like they're so long, but look at your arms, how long they are. That's perfect. Our arms.
Really long.
Yeah, exactly. Ella, now to figure out how tall his torso should be. Do you know what a torso is?
No.
Okay, a torso is all this stuff in the middle, right here, from your shoulders to like the bottom of your bum. That's your torso right in here. And look how his arms extend past his torso. So that's gonna be a pretty good measurement. Let's say right here is where his torso is gonna end and his legs will start. And we wanna have a 2-legged person. So we're gonna take our other pipe cleaner piece and wrap it around right there. These are his hips. Another joint in your body. All right, now, so from your shoulder to your wrist and from your wrist to your foot is about the same dimension, okay? Your shoulder to your wrist to your foot. Do you see how that's the same? So we're gonna measure on this guy. Our shoulder to our wrist, that means we've got to put a wrist in there. This will be our wrist. So shoulder to wrist, wrist to foot. So I think all our person is missing on this side is a foot. So I'm gonna borrow from this, give him a little foot on this side. And one other anatomy lesson, Ella, is that your foot is as big as your forearm. Do you know what your forearm is?
No.
It's this part of your arm right here. So your hand from pinky to thumb is as big as your forearm. Look at that. Try it.
Oh.
Thumb to pinky. Yeah. And then also your foot. So let's bring your foot up here. Pretty good, right? And look,
Yeah.
fit your foot right there in your forearm.
Whoa.
So cool, right?
Yeah.
And it's about like that on everybody. So if you look at the forearm of your guy, that's about as big as your foot should be.
Okay.
Good. So you made like a girl and I made a guy. Now we have to make these guys strong because they're kind of weak and we want really strong bones. Do you know what
Yeah.
helps us have really strong bones, Ella?
Eat a lot of food.
The right kinds of food.
Yeah.
Food with calcium and good vitamins. And did you know even exercise helps us get strong bones?
What?
Yes, it does. Like, especially if you're like lifting weights and doing, yeah. Okay, so we have our people made out of pipe cleaner, but we want to cover them in pieces of straw so that they're nice and strong. So we're actually going to remove a little bit so that we can get our straw on this person. Oh, under your wire on your arms and legs. And that way we'll be able to, oh, now it looks super freaky, like a boneyard. Ooh, boneyard. So let's do our neck first. Our neck is pretty tiny, and when you cut straw, the straw wants to fly through the air. So a lot of times I'll go like this and I'll put my fingers on both sides so that my straw doesn't go zoom and fly off. I'm gonna put my neck on through my foot, whoop, all the way up there. We're gonna again wrap those arms nice and tight right under the neck. Really pull it tight. Okay, the next part, Ella, is so humorous. Do you know why it's so humorous?
No.
Because this bone is called the humerus. So your humerus bone is a little bit longer than your forearm. So let's cut our straw right here at the wrist. Okay, so you've got to leave enough room for your hand. Cut where your hand is going to be. And then this piece of straw for our arm, cut one just slightly longer than the other. Okay, so we're going to slide on the humerus bone first.
With
Put-
the long one.
Yeah, that's the longer one. And put a little bend in your arm. That's called what? A joint.
A joint.
And then we're gonna slide on the forearm. Now our forearm is actually made of two different bones, the ulna and the radius. And then our hand actually has a lot of bones in it, which we're doing also a articulating hand project in the October box. So if you already did that, you'll know all about the bones in the hands. If not, you have something to look forward to because we have a lot of bones in our hand. So for now, I just think you can just kind of like curve the hand so that that straw stays on there. Okay, and remember our body is symmetrical, so let's take our straw and cut the same measurements so that we can put the same bones on the other side. Woo! Okay, let's see your guy so far, Ella, or your lady.
La.
Oh, she's beautiful. Okay.
She needs another leg again.
She does. But first we have to do our torso part from our shoulders to our bum. Now there are a lot of bones in our torso. And we have our ribs in the front, and those are really important to protect all of our organs in there. Our ribs, the ones that I always tickle,
Yeah.
those protect like our heart and our lungs and our kidneys, all those important organs in there that you don't want to get hurt. But what really holds up our torso is our spine. Right here.
I knew I know what it was called.
You knew that?
But-
Yeah, our spine is made up a lot of little bones that go all the way down. So we're going to replicate that with a bunch of little pieces of straws. So this is a time that you can get really colorful and show off all those pieces of our spine.
gonna show them off.
Okay, let's see if that's enough pieces. I'm going to, again, come down through the foot and bring it all the way up the body, the torso. Okay, I have mine done. Let's see yours. Put it right here.
It's beautiful.
Oh, they're holding hands. Okay, now we've got to put that leg back on and do it nice and tight right under this last spine bone. Twist it there, pinch it. Good. Oh my goodness, we're almost done. Okay, now our leg bones start with this top bone called the femur. So let's measure the entire leg first, down to the foot, or the ankle right there. Cut that. And now we're going to go to the halfway point, but make it a little bit longer. The femur's a little bit longer than the bottom part of your leg. Good, and then before we put these on, let's measure the other leg, your femur, and then the lower leg right there. That way they can be mostly symmetrical. Okay, good, so we have our femur, and then we're going to have our joint that allows our leg to bend. And what is that joint called that's in our leg that allows our leg to bend?
A knee.
That's right, our knee. And that bone that is on top of your knee, like the kneecap, that's called your patella.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of like Nutella.
Like Nutella, but it's a patella. And then the bones in the bottom part of your leg are actually two bones, fibula, which is a smaller bone, and the tibula, which is the larger bone. And we are so thankful to have both of those bones because they do so much to hold up our body all day long.
Which one goes first, the longer or the shorter?
The longer bone was first, that's our femur, and then this straw is going to represent the tibula and fibula, which is the lower part of our leg. Okay, so now we can make a piece for our foot. So we want to measure it. Now this is going to look like there's only one bone in our foot, but do you know how many bones are actually in our foot?
No.
26.
What?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to make this a little shorter than my foot because my toes are going to curl over the edge to keep that straw into place. This is looking really good so far. Ella made hers, oh, yours looks so good, but she made her feet a little too small. So what we're gonna do is add some pipe cleaner to this part. We're just gonna twist it on there. See that?
Yep.
You can always just add more if you find out that you're a little too short. And then we can clip it, fix
The bow.
the foot. I was talking about the foot. And then I'll show you on the other side. So we're just twisting these two pieces of wire together. There we go. And then clipping it. Amazing foot extensions.
Whoa.
Don't you wish it was that easy to grow a foot?
Yes.
That would be nice. I already have this part done, but I'm going to put in my top of my leg, which is called what?
The femur.
Bottom of my leg, which is the
Tibula and fibula.
good. Oh, wow. These are so cool. I love them.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. You did a great job. I love the bow. Okay, now we've got to get our people to stand up. Okay, so grab your plate and open up your clay. Okay, this is the fun part because you're going to pose this person however you want. You could have, it could be mad, like with his hands on his hips, or he could be running in place, or dancing, like Ella loves dance. You want to make sure he has at least 1 foot on the ground, and you're going to lump that clay real tightly around his foot so that he can balance. Yep, you're going to have to mound it up just a little bit, pinch it tight around the foot. So one of the feet, unfortunately, will kind of disappear in here. When you're doing any sort of sculpture art, you always are trying to make sure that your sculpture balances somehow. It's really easy for this guy because there's a pole in the middle of him, which I think would hurt if you were a real person.
Yes.
But our guy does not have a pole in the middle, so you're going to have to try and position it so that it can balance just right so it doesn't fall over. Oh, is yours a dancing girl?
Yes.
That is so clever. I love it.
Ta-da!
Oh, that looks so good. I gave you guys another piece of clay just in case you need it, maybe for the other foot. If you can't get it to balance, you could just put another piece of clay on his other foot. Or if you have extra pipe cleaner or straws, you can make another person or maybe like a little pet for your person or anything like that. Ella, these turned out amazing. You did such a good
amazing.
job. I love it. Did you have fun today?
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much for being my helper. You did great today. I can't wait to see what everybody at home made. If you have a grown-up take a picture or video, they can post it on social media and tag us at the Winkle Crate so that we can see how you did and how your skeleton person turned out.
Yay!
Yay! I would love to see it. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. I hope you had fun.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck.
Skeleton.
Oh.
Skeleton. Skeleton.
Okay, so today we get to make our own.